And a very good afternoon from myself, Richard Kaufman, alongside Gary O'Reilly for this important Barclays English Premier League clash in the Black Country between West Bromwich Albion and Liverpool. A game with significance at both ends of the table, but particularly at the bottom. West Brom hovering above the bottom three, up against a side in the top three. And this is how the sides then line up for this important clash. Brian Robson making just one change to the team that came so close to grabbing a point at White Hart Lane 5 days ago. Diamanze Kamara, who missed that game with a hamstring injury after limping off here against Manchester United. He returns with the Slovakian Jan Kozak dropping to the bench. Kamara's arrival means Jonathan Greening switches to the left. Still no Nigel Quasi, who sits out the 5th game of his 5-match ban. And it's a happy birthday to Steve Watson, 32 today. As for Liverpool, where they make 2 changes from the side that won last week's Merseyside derby. One is in force for Rafa Benitez. Captain Steven Gerrard sent off after just 18 minutes against Everton, naturally suspended. And Luis Garcia, who got Liverpool second in that match last week, he's left on the bench. Djibril Cissé returns after not even being on the subs bench last week. And Robbie Fowler starts for the first time since he scored against Fulham. Jamie Carragher, the captain, in the absence of Gerrard. Well, Uriah Rennie, the referee from Sheffield, just about ready to get things underway. And it's going to be West Brom in their traditional blue and white stripes who'll get us underway. Can they upset the form book? A massive match for West Bromwich Albion in their fight for survival against in-form Liverpool. Can they breach this mean Liverpool defence? Can they find their scoring boots? Can they pick up a win? 6 matches in the Barclays English Premier League without a win for West Brom. 3 defeats in a row at home. And of course, Liverpool, the last time they were in the West Midlands, just got 7 in the FA Cup against Birmingham, but they're on the defence here. Diamanze Kamara. It's got Greening to his left-hand side. Kanu in the centre. Ellington was at the far post as well, but Greening hit Finnan. One back by Andy Johnson. And that's already got the fans behind them. Fast start by West Brom.
And they needed that. That ups the tempo from the word go, and you saw why Robson was so desperate to get Kamara into the starting lineup. His pace is terrifying, and defenders will be scared to go near him. He'll get beaten for pace, or they'll make a rash tackle. He is key to West Brom surprising a victory this afternoon.
Over the head of Crouch, Fowler continues the chase, and there is the captain of West Brom, Curtis Davis. Chance to make amends, that's what Thomas Kuszczak says coming into this game after that, well, you have to say nightmare on Monday night. Lost control of the ball, allowed Jermaine Defoe to get to it. That won't trouble him though. Won't even trouble the corner flag from Sissoko. You can see though, with the ticker tape blowing across the pitch, conditions aren't easy inside the Hawthorns, quite breezy out there.
Don't make excuses, that was a really poor shot.
Trying to help him out, he's had an eye injury recently.
Even still. Good to see him back though.
Yeah, Momo Sissoko of course picked up that terrible eye injury against Benfica. Could have been career threatening. 80% of his vision is back though, he says. Johnson to Kamara, who's playing down this right-hand side. Walworth heads it on. Hoopier back into the danger area. Steve Watson in his 400th league appearance gets it away, but only as far as Alonso, who was seemed to be checked by Johnson. Referee Uriah Rennie was right on the spot though. Hit long towards Ellington. Headed by Alonso. Rafa Benitez says he hasn't set any goals for Liverpool towards the end of the season. Just wants them obviously to keep winning. Defended by Watson.
The goals may have been set for him, i.e. the board have told him to get into Europe through automatic qualification, which looks as if they will, but that's going to have to be desperately cemented in. If they fall apart now, it's a terrible season for them.
Robinson finds Woolworth. Here is Kamara. His touch let him down. That's a terrific ball by Alonso. Cissé's on site. Probably going to go for goal. No, he squares it. Fowler can't miss. And Liverpool are in front. Robbie Fowler's second Liverpool goal on his return. And West Brom's problems at the wrong end of the Premier League table continue. Just the start Brian Robson didn't want.
Inside 10 minutes to concede is terrible. Just a total lapse in concentration. They get caught square. Cissé doesn't blast, he picks out, and look at that for a finish. That's why Benitez has brought Fowler back. He is a consummate goal scorer from close range. Something he's lacked, someone who can really finish. There it is, proof why they brought the man Steve McManaman called God back to Anfield.
And interesting, though, that Cissé picked him out in a way, because so often this season in that position, and I thought he was going to do it then as well, Cissé's gone for goal, even though it would have been the wrong option.
It could have ended up in our laps. Usually that's what Cissé does. He goes for power rather than accuracy. But that is a superb piece of play from Djibril Cissé, and Robbie Fowler does the ball justice.
Well, how would they cope without Steven Gerrard? Reply within 7 minutes at the Hawthorns. What's the reply going to be from West Bromwich Albion? Long throw here from Albrechtsen. Towards Kanu. Headed out by Risa. Crouch holding things up. Fowler. Well, he scored on his last start against Fulham. Hasn't started since then. Brought back into the side and back in amongst the goals again.
And you can see here, just one pass beats the whole of the West Brom defence. A little bit of miscontrol, a bit fortunate, but when it breaks for him, he does the right thing. But it's absolutely woeful when one pass beats every single defender. That cannot happen.
Away by Finnan. Davis manages to find Martin Albrechtsen. Kamara. Good ball by Davis. Hyypiä got there before either Ellington or Albrechtsen. Watson put his head in, but he didn't get the ball. Crouch. Cissé to his right. Fowler again in space. Oh, and he just slipped at the wrong moment there. Djibril Cissé, otherwise he would have picked out Robbie Fowler.
Oh, what an unfortunate time to slip, and you could see the move opening up and the pass from Cissé, desperately waiting for it. Robbie Fowler didn't come, did it? Did not come, but it's such a quick, slick move from Liverpool that there's really nothing much West Brom can do about it if they're going to start passing first time.
Well, the first corner from Alonso was a poor one. Better one this time. Hyypiä wins the header.
You can see just pulls off his marker, doesn't he? And Hyypiä cannot guide it down on target.
And Cissé is onside. How did the ball find its way all the way through to him? Chance for Crouch. Well, that was good defending in the end. But they were caught napping as the ball came through to Cissé.
They're flat once again at the back, and Robinson's having to chase Cissé in because someone has not been playing the offside to the way that everybody should be. And the thing there is, for me, although Hyypiä is going to be coming up for this, I thought Cissé should be pulling the trigger with his left foot and not trying to work it back onto his right foot. The time is not there for you in the Premiership. You've got to strike early.
Alonso with the corner. Away this time by Woolwork. Well played to Sissoko. Alonso. Another dangerous ball dealt with by Curtis Davis. Nice touch by Kanu. This is better. Much better. Kamara. Robinson. Well, he doesn't score too many, but that was the best move West Brom have put together, and it's taken almost half an hour.
And you can see Cisse now having to track back on Robinson. The first time he's pushed forward.
Well, they've played some games recently, West Brom, where perhaps they feel they should have got more than they got out of them. Not just at Tottenham on Monday night, but so far they can probably feel relieved they're only a goal down against Liverpool here. Fowler robbed. Albrechtsen. Ellington. Greening. Harry Kewell with the shoulder. Harry Kewell certainly back in form now. More like the form that we saw at Leeds United.
I think so. I think Benitez has managed that player quite well. Seemed to be drifting away from the game he once had, but Benitez has gradually brought him back in and begun to bring the best out of him.
That's tune for Gus Hiddink. Good news with Australia, of course, in the World Cup, not too far from now.
I think it's good news for Liverpool in the English Premiership to see a good top form Harry Kewell back in play.
Scored a lovely goal, Liverpool's third last week as well. Not been too involved in this one. Most of the danger for West Bromwich Albion has come down the right-hand side. Ellington robbed by Alonso. Carragher helping out. That's a good ball by Rayner. Dangerous one for West Brom again. Davis has dealt with it. Now Walworth. Oh, Ellington has gone in behind Carragher here. But that shows the defensive abilities of Carragher.
Got a bit lucky there, Carragher, because he doesn't read the bounce and he doesn't allow for, in his mind, for Ellington's pace get around him and nick that ball away from him. Bit of slack defending for me, really, in the end, because you're taking a real chance.
Got away with it. Finnan, Kewell, through the legs of Sissoko from Kamara, Johnson to Greening, Albrechtsen in support. Players forward here for West Brom, but they don't get the cross.
And that's something when you watch West Brom play, you see when they're dangerous. They get in behind defences and the crosses start coming in, whether it's Kamara, whether it's Greening. But this afternoon hasn't really been the case, have they? They haven't got in behind Liverpool. They haven't started getting crosses, got the Liverpool defence facing their own goal and defending. And they have to do that if they're going to make an impact in this match.
Ellington. Kamara, fouled by Sissoko. Ironic cheers from the home fans who feel Uriah Rennie's given them absolutely nothing so far. Senegalese winning a free kick and a chance for West Brom to test the Liverpool defence. Greening will deliver. Towards Kanu, who's adjudged to be leaning on John Arnorisa.
You could see what they were trying to do with Kanu, 6'5" at the back post against Risa, who's not quite 6 foot. In the ball comes, shaped in well by Greening. There's a hint of offside maybe, but I think it's more to do with the fact he is really leaning on the Norwegian defender.
Well, nothing's happened for them. 10 minutes to the break. A match which West Brom, you feel, have to win. Or at least not lose. Nervy times ahead in the Black Country. Liverpool coming into the weekend 5 points behind Manchester United. And they'd also played a game more in that chase for second spot. Second place gives you automatic qualification for the Champions League. Warwick, as the Liverpool fans sing Going Down. Through the legs of Greening, everything going the way of Liverpool at the moment. Finnan, deflected for a corner.
But it's that quick, slick passing from Liverpool that really has West Brom left with no answer. Any team, we've seen it with Arsenal, once they start to really slip into gear like that, there's very little a team can do about it, apart from back off and try and contain it in front of them.
Alonso again with the delivery towards Hooper. Kuhl should be able to get to this. Kamara did well there. Long by Alonso, and Cissé's got him behind again, and Djibril Cissé scores. When he made the first, he scores the second. And West Brom's relegation fears increase by the minute.
The purists won't be happy with the fact it's not been a 10-pass slick passing move. It's simple. Look, Alonso opens up and he just says, OK, here we go. Bit like a quarterback, long pass, straight in, straight to the feet of Cissé. Couple of touches, round the keeper, and Cusack is left with having to deal with this. His defenders have left him bare naked at the back there. Absolutely woeful. It's so easy. You see this ball coming from a long way. You should be able to pick up a marker even with the pace of Cissé. It's a great finish, but really it's a simple ball to deal with.
But they had been warned. It's not like the first time that's happened in this game. It's happened 3 or 4 times already.
Don't tell me, get down there and tell them. I agree with you. It's not as if Cissé hasn't parked up on the shoulder of Robinson, made that run from outside to in and made himself dangerous. Sooner or later, he was going to do that to them.
Well, you get the feeling that's it. It would take a remarkable comeback from West Brom from here. They were trailing at home to Chelsea and they pulled one back. They were trailing by 2 goals to Manchester United as well and pulled one back, but
as good as they were Monday night against Tottenham, Richard, they are as poor against Liverpool this afternoon. Don't take anything away from the Liverpool performance, but West Brom are not playing to the level they can.
You just wonder where an opportunity, never mind a goal, is going to come from. Maybe here, Albrechtsen. It's found its way through to Kanu. Albrechtsen, there's a good chance.
It was their chance so far. Just cannot get the rotation in his trunk and get the power into the little dinked ball in from Kanu. Good little work move on the right-hand side. Comes to Kanu. He knows that he's got Albrechtsen in there. Just cannot, because it's dinked. There's no power in the cross. It's difficult to get the power through the header when it's dinked up like that. But even still, it should be on target. Not going their way at all, is it?
It's going to be another deflated dressing room at half-time at White Hart Lane on Monday night. The heads were down. Brian Robson's had the job of picking them up, but it's been 45 minutes of Liverpool dominance. Rafa Benitez's side in control, and you feel heading for a 5th win in all competitions. You see that in the knowledge that it's not even half-time yet.
Do you think he's making some notes there to improve on what he's seen already? Maybe. There's not enough pressure on Alonso or Sissoko in the central midfield area, something I was saying before. They've not got to grips in the central area, and they're able to pick out Cisse on that right-hand side. It's an unusual formation for Liverpool to go 4-3-3. Very unlike Benitez to be so attack-minded, especially away from home. But if he's highlighted that weakness, he's there exploiting that.
It's incredible to think that, well, this time last month we were wondering what is happening to Liverpool and their strike rate. Then they get 5 against Fulham, they get 3 against Newcastle, they get 7 against Birmingham, they score another 3 against Everton last weekend, and already before half-time they got 2 here. 20 goals in just 4.5 matches.
Not bad, is it?
Well, you don't need me to tell you. West Brom needs something quick. Maybe this is the kind of opportunity they need. Greening. No dear.
Just wondering now whether or not Brian Robson will think at half-time, I cannot allow this to go any further. I'll bring on Zoltan Gira, give myself a chance to get back into the match. Maybe I'll bring Kozak on, who was very influential in the game on Monday night at Tottenham before he had to leave the action. So maybe that's crossing his mind right now. Do I change this at half-time, or do I let it go to the hour mark?
Yeah, Zoltan Gira, I'm sure, is the player he's thinking about. It just depends on his fitness, really. Spent much of this season out. Hasn't started a match since October. There was a temptation probably for Brian Robson to start him here, but more problems for Robinson, who got back at Cisse at the second attempt. Djibril Cisse, who was saying in the build-up to this game that just wondered his lack of opportunities in the first team maybe might damage his chances of playing for France in the World Cup, but he's had a terrific first half and worth every bit his start in the team today.
Well, he can't do much more than make one and score one.
Would you believe that's his 15th goal of the season in all competitions? I know that's only the 6th in the Premier League, but
I think he's second behind Gerrard in terms of the scoring numbers at Liverpool this season.
In by Kanu. Alonso's flick only finds Woolwork. Almost squeezed through to Nathan Ellington. They win their first corner of the match, though, here, West Brom.
But you see that as soon as there's a West Brom player with the ball at his feet, smothered in red shirts, they work so hard as a team. They're not just pretty going forward, they're very, very defensively well organised.
It's been a quiet first half at Jose Reina. Risa wins the header, pretty much unchallenged. Cure wins the second one. Cisse finds Sissoko. Liverpool in cruise control. And again, the long ball finds its way through. Robbie Fowler this time couldn't capitalise, but what is going on with the defensive work from West Brom?
It's almost as if, oh, go on then, we'll do it again. As soon as you haven't learnt the last couple of times. I think had that been Cisse and not Fowler, then he'd have knocked it forward into the space and burnt off the defenders, because he is that quick, Cisse.
It's 2-0, but it could have been more. Although Kuszczak hasn't had many difficult saves to make. just been so many times in which Liverpool have got in behind the West Brom back four.
It's been too easy for Liverpool to open up West Brom. You know, to think about the time Crouch maybe just was offside, but he could have cut it back. The time Cisse could have had a better pass. It's too easy. That's why I think Robson will change it at half-time.
And again, they've lost out here. Greening robbed this time. And Cisse has got the pace. Crouch is in the centre. And there is Crouch. Could have been 3.
Should have been 3. That is a superb run. Look, he's over the halfway line. He's in his own half. He's gone. He is a runaway train. All Crouch has got to do is make sure he makes the connection. Oh, he's waiting. For me, he's waiting there, Crouch. He's got to get in front of Davis and make that self, make that ball his, attack that possession.
Maybe a little blinded as the ball came to him because it went across Davis, but Davis should win this battle as well with Robbie Fowler.
I just think if you wait as a striker for that cross to come in, you always give the defender the initiative and the incentive to get there first.
1 minute of added on time, we're into it. And has been in much of the first 45 minutes. It's Liverpool in possession. Fowler. Alonso's in. West Brom breathe a sigh of relief. It's been a bad enough first half. It was almost calamitous first 45 minutes.
I think Benitez would be quite angry at half-time because he should be looking at not 2 but possibly 4. I think he really would have a point to make to his own strike, say, hey, yes, we are 2-0 up, but we have to be ruthless, absolutely ruthless.
Alonso, Cisse. There is the half-time whistle, and there are the boos. Brian Robson has got some tough talking to do at the break. His team are in trouble, and they were ever since Robbie Fowler put Liverpool in front on 7 minutes. And it was one-way traffic after that. There could have been more. Crouch had a chance. And then on 38 minutes, Djibril Cisse with a Route 1 goal made it 2-0. There were chances after then as well. Alonso and Cisse putting in Peter Crouch again. Could have been 3, could have been 4, but Liverpool will have to settle for 2. West Brom's relegation problems are on the app. At half-time, it's West Bromwich Albion 0, Liverpool 2.
Injuries.
Well, Liverpool will get this second half underway in control pretty much from the first minute in the opening half. And you feel on their way to 3 points, unless it's going to take a memorable comeback from West Bromwich Albion to somehow get something out of this game. In their 5 previous Barclays English Premier League encounters, they haven't scored against Liverpool. And already Robbie Fowler with a chance to make some progress going forward for Liverpool, who have now scored 20 goals in those 5.5 matches against West Bromwich Albion.
I think for West Brom, it's got to be really get amongst those red shirts. Make sure any red shirt with the ball at his feet is pressurised. Don't allow Alonso to sit there like the San Francisco 49ers quarterback and distribute possession all over the place. It's so simple for him. Got to get in his face, got to make him work harder.
Well, space out on the right-hand side where Guerra was calling for it. Oh, and Watson only chest down to Peter Crouch, but he did well. And then stumbles and gets away with it, but gives it away. What a birthday to remember so far for Steve Watson. The odds really stacked against West Brom now. It's always going to be tough anyway. But a massive mountain to climb. Long by Greening. It's a good ball to Garrett. First touch for the Hungarian. It's a great touch! Well, that's what they've been missing.
Not a bad introduction to the action, is it? Reese is a bit isolated here, and it's not till Huppier comes out, but you can see what Guerra's thinking. He wants that far post, doesn't he? He's looking at that, and Rayner's not too sure when he dives that hasn't crept in. Interesting, almost a carbon copy of Liverpool's crossfield pass to a wide right player.
Is that the shape of things to come in this second half?
I'd be playing to Guerra all the time. He's got a fantastic leap, he's got great confidence with his ball skill, and he possesses a great shot. Use him, keep feeding him.
Well, there's hope. There's still a way for West Bromwich Albion. That would have just lifted spirits a little. Risha doesn't get to it, Ellington does. Albrechtsen. Liverpool come away with it. Cure. Davis ahead of Crouch. Johnson. Only playing his 7th match of this season. Robinson. Brilliantly done by Sissoko, and Crouch is waiting at the far post. Cisse up against Watson.
Doesn't cut inside Cisse. I thought Sissoko does well. The referee Uriah only does well and plays the advantage. I think now he's got Watson. He's got a lot of grass behind him. Go straight at him. Don't wait. But if he cuts inside, he's got a better angle and a chance to score on his left foot or set up either his two teammates, Fowler or Crouch. Take the shot in the near post is a little bit greedy.
Well, whatever Brian Robson said at half-time, I'm sure he had a few choice words to say. Huppier's header together. Goodness me. What an impact the Hungarians making in this second half.
He's added more shots on target than the rest of the team put together in the first half, hasn't he? This is sublime. Doesn't hesitate. It's on target, and Rayner is so grateful that he's right behind that one, and it doesn't take a deflection off anybody on the way through.
Well, he's been missed sorely down that right-hand side for West Bromwich Albion.
I think if West Brom do, and it's an if, get relegated, then there'll be a queue for the signature of Zoltan Guerra from some bigger clubs.
But putting some pressure on Liverpool at the start of this second half, something they didn't do really at any point during the first half, and Kanu goes down. Referee waves on, and the ball's at the feet of Jose Reina, who's hoping to keep his 18th clean sheet in the Premier League this season, in his first season in English football. Guerra has caused him a few alarm bells at the start of this second half. Carragher through to Djibril Cisse. Good stop by Kuszczak.
Again, it's straight to the heart of West Brom's defence, and Kuszczak there having to be right on top of his game to stop Cisse.
Kanu wins the ball back for West Brom. Ellington. Here's Guerra. Ellington again in support. For once, Guerra's touch isn't of the highest quality in this second half.
But you can see here, simple enough pass, it's a cross-field run. Robinson doesn't pick him up quick enough. Kuszczak there makes himself big, stands his ground long enough just to block the shot. Cisse really stretching at it. He's not able to try and dink it over the big West Brom keeper.
Long by Guerra. Ellington almost getting to it. Carragher did well. This is Greening. Robinson. Over the head of Campbell. Guerra! And once again, Reina denies him.
He's become a one-man assault force, hasn't he, Guerra? He's taking this game directly to Reina. Just thought when Greening turns away, he's got a problem, but when it spills out, you think, is it going to bounce too high? The technique on that from Gira is wonderful. Keeps it down, gets the power in it. Only thing is, it's straight at Rayner, and he'll be happy to see that, because it's going left or right, he's picking it out the net.
Finnan heads out only as far as Johnson. Claims of handball. Uriah Rennie had a good look. And that was all. Back again to Johnson.
Not so sure when this comes in there is a real handball. Maybe this will see it. It does hit the arm, but that's all it is. Referee Uriah Rennie had a good look at it and came to the same conclusion as I did. No chance.
Well, they need something to go their way. Time is starting to run out for West Brom. Greening keeps it in. Hupio away. Albrechtsen. Robinson. West Brom heading for another loss. Defeat here would be 1 point out of a possible 21. Hupier's header helped away by Jamie Carragher. Woolwork up with Sissoko. Big Marley man has come away with it. And that's a brilliant ball by Garcia towards Cisse. Good defending by Neil Clement there. Well, Kuszczak didn't know whether he could pick it up or not. It's Garcia. Well, I don't think that would have counted as a back pass, but Kuszczak wasn't sure.
That's the problem. Kuszczak doesn't look confident in his goalkeeping. It comes in here. What does he do? Oh, he's got to play safe, hasn't he? Just got to play safe. And I thought Garcia was going to do it and dink it.
We could have a grandstand finish if West Brom can get a goal shortly. Albrechtsen. Good tackle by Risa. Was the right decision by the assistant. Came back off the Dane.
And I think if Kronkamp comes on, then we're looking at Benitez just wanting to shore things up, just bring a little bit more solidity into the side.
Made one and then scored one. Djibril Cisse gets the applause from Liverpool's travelling army, and well, he caused some real problems for West Bromwich Albion down the right-hand side. And Jan Kronkamp comes on, the Dutchman. He was criticised by Marco van Basten for going to Liverpool, where he hasn't played too many games, because he was in the Dutch squad until he's moved to Liverpool. Signed by Rafa Benitez in the January transfer window.
Would just see Morientes up as a lone striker. Sit back, midfield five, make life very, very difficult for West Bromwich Albion.
We launch it long. Chance, Campbell. Greening. And perhaps with that miss, West Brom's hopes are disappearing.
We didn't have the best angle on that, and it just looked as if Campbell in real time had the chance to strike this. Just runs away from him, and he's got to touch it back. And Greening there, closed down. Cannot get that ball under the bar and in the back of the net, can he? Tough one to watch if you're a Baggies fan.
He has been one of West Brom's most consistent campaigners this season, Jonathan Greening. Smart play by Kevin Campbell. Yeah, he won the title with Arsenal, did Campbell, but he said last season's final day escape was the highlight of his career. They've had some chances in this second half. They haven't taken any of them. Finnan. Offside against Kronkamp.
And now Brian Robson must be wondering why this performance didn't happen in the first 45 minutes from his team. why they didn't get about business until the second half. Why did it have to take probably a half-time grilling from him for them to perform to a level they should do?
Header won by Campbell. Not the most convincing of clearances. Campbell wins another header. So does Guerra. Carragher should get it out this time. Liverpool's longest serving player, 9 years now at Anfield. Hupia heads away. Garcia. Interesting from Xabi Alonso. I suppose he's done it once this season in a cup tie against Luton. 2-0 up, 10 minutes to go, why not?
Oh, well, you won't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. Well, that's the theory anyway.
Good header won by Campbell. He's won a few since he's come on. Morientes the sole target now for Liverpool. And it looks as if the 2 goals will suffice. First half, you thought they were going to score as many as they have done on the last 2 visits to the Hawthorns, which is 5 and 6 goals respectively. Morientes. Sissoko. Great, well, I was going to say good effort, but always spinning away.
Just cannot get the accuracy on the strike, can he? Just pulls across it, fades it from left to right. But all of a sudden you see the Liverpool we saw in the first half. They slip into gear, some quick passing, and all of a sudden the shot appears and Cusac's having to be on guard again.
Hupia away. Time fast now running out for West Brom. Campbell down on the ground, takes a blow to the head, tells Uriah Rennie he's okay. Too far out for a blast.
Well, I don't know, Clements likes a strike, but I think with players like Guerra and Campbell in there, go for it, hang it up and have a bit of fun with it.
Up comes Curtis Davis as well. Not a good angle for Greening, but it's towards Guerra, but only finds Sami Hupia. And Kjell can launch a counter-attack. Garcia was waiting for the pass, but he's only picked out Andy Johnson, who could be playing his last few games for West Brom. His contract runs out at the end of the season. Greening launches it long. No way that Nathan Ellington is to get to that one. Well, West Brom's chance of picking up points, if they are to get the 11 points required that Brian Robson feels, is probably going to have to come elsewhere. Villa next, then Arsenal, Bolton, Newcastle, West Ham and finally Everton. And their faces say it all. They've had enough. For the 4th game in a row here at the Hawthorns, West Brom heading for defeat. For the 4th Premier League match in a row, Liverpool heading for 3 points. Risa. Robbed by Albrechtsen, who clatters into the advertising hordes.
He's taken our effects mic with him.
Sissoko. Kjell. Ran into Clement. Campbell. Greening switches play. Albrechtsen. Time for Jamie Carragher. And it's You'll Never Walk Alone that's engulfing the Hawthorns now. Nathan Ellington just took a little knock there, but it's now hobbling around. Alonso. Davis there ahead of Luis Garcia. Well, for a while they seemed in a spot of trouble, Liverpool, in terms of West Brom getting back into the game, but with 5 minutes now remaining, Gary, 3 points surely in the bag.
They're confident of keeping a clean sheet, Liverpool. They have that habit. They know how to keep clean sheets, and that's the important thing. They know how to absorb pressure. They know how to just run the clock down when it's necessary, and they know how to counter-attack and keep the ball. It's something very, very difficult for West Brom to counter against, but the game was won and lost, basically, in the first 45 minutes.
And, of course, they'll welcome back Steven Gerrard, but they can do it without him.
Yes, and I think that's an important factor, but then again, name me a team that wouldn't miss Steven Gerrard.
Kjell's little flick can't find its way through to Kjell, but he's won it back here. Morientes waits in the centre, Garcia's there too. Well, it's gone out for a goal kick.
Contrived nothing out of something there, didn't he, Harry Kjell? Just thought really he's going to cut that back early, give the option maybe to Morientes or to Garcia. It's there, it's there, it's there. It's not there, and it doesn't happen. And I think really it's Morientes. Morientes gets a foot to it eventually, just sneaks in front, and he can't guide it.
It was an open goal.
Yes, he will not be happy. 7
Premier League goals since arriving in January 2005. For, well, usually prolific Fernando Morientes. Just think of the 9 goals he got in the Monaco's run into the Champions League, almost 1 in 2 in international level for Spain.
Outstanding strike rate.
Here's Ellington. He's got in here. Guerra on the edge of the box. Back it is to Warwork. Once again, the Liverpool back four hold firm. Captain Jamie Carragher in the absence of Steven Gerrard. Carragher wins the header and a free kick. Well, they've lost their last 3 matches 2-1. This time it's going to be 2-0 unless they can get a consolation, but it has been a Liverpool defence that's been so strong this season. Reina heading for another clean sheet, you think?
We saw the other side of Liverpool in the first half, the attacking side, where they just slip into gear and tear West Brom apart. This half, it's been a case of the defence takes over, keeps the clean sheet, ensure nothing really bad happens at the back, and it just shows you how full and how well developed this Liverpool side are right now.
The stands starting to empty. Johnson, Warwork, Albrechtsen, Guerra in support. Liverpool wanted it offside. Guerra's cross. Good header by Finnan. Handball. No, it was handball, but Sissoko was being pushed.
To be fair to the referee, he's on the spot with a good view of that, and Kevin Campbell may pull one face like that. But I think there is a case of an arm goes up, and you can see really that he's pushed Sissoko's arm into that ball rather than Sissoko actually trying to push it himself. Or do you disagree?
No, it was certainly a push into Sissoko, but sometimes those decisions go for you, but when you're in a position like West Brom.
Oh, it's not going to go their way this afternoon. It's just a simple fact. But what you have to look at is the referee's position and the fact that he makes that decision with all confidence.
No lacking West Brom's effort in this second half, but the work was all done in the first 45 minutes by Liverpool. I suppose Brian Robson will be trying to cling to the fact that it's been much better in the second period, and Tottenham on Monday night was a good performance all round, but once again they're going to have nothing to show for their efforts. Kronkamp, Wins the ball back for Liverpool. Long by Carragher. Clement. Into the final few seconds of the 90 minutes. There will be 3 minutes of stoppage time to come, but we feel it's just a matter of playing out time for Liverpool. They did score a late goal here against Chelsea when they were 2-0 down. Kanu on that occasion. Confirmation of the added on time. Greening. Hupia. Solid again. Finds Alonso as well. Garcia. Well, it's going to be a big derby coming up now for West Brom, isn't it, against Aston Villa. They need somehow to get into their stride and find some form. Albrechtson's cross, Hupia stretching, away by Alonso. Liverpool can break it. Kiel. Morientes to his left. Can Liverpool finish with a flourish? Garcia in the centre, Kiel there too. And here's Sissoko. And there's Woolworth. Space for Alonso. Well, last season, Liverpool only managed 58 points. They're going to get already 67 points with a win here. Progress being made by Rafa Benitez and his Liverpool side. Reina deciding to punch when he thought the catch might be on, as is his wont. Away by Kronkamp. Into the final minute of stoppage time. Guerra. Woolworth in the centre. And as always is Jamie Carragher.
And it's the quality of the cross, just doesn't come in. Guerra trying to pick out a teammate. But you see Sami Hupia reads that situation so well, puts himself in between the player and the danger, doesn't he? Cuts out crosses so often.
Brian Robson has got his work cut out, hasn't he, to lift these players?
He does, but he won't shy away from that fact, and he'll give them the inspiration of having played better in the second half as a motivation.
Could be a goal here for Ellington. Well, nothing happening for West Brom, even at the death.
That about sums up there today, doesn't it? Nathan Ellington just unable to make the contact he wants and basically gets an air shot going. That's frustrating for that young man. Just hasn't worked from this afternoon, has it?
Ellington not able to add to his 5 Premiership goals. West Brom not able to add to their points tally. It's been a rough ride for them of late. It's going to be 6 defeats and a draw in 7 matches. But the Liverpool machine is clicking along nicely. Uriah Rennick continues to play on here. Now takes a look at his watch. And then brings an end to proceedings. Well, all the work was done in the first half. A brave battling performance by Brian Robson's side in the second half. But Rafa Benitez sees his Liverpool team walk away with their 4th successive Premier League victory. Robbie Fowler scoring the goal on 7 minutes that gave Liverpool the lead, and they were in control in that first half. Alonso's ball found Djibril Cissé. Route 1 football as Liverpool got the second. It could have been more in the first half, but Liverpool in the end settling for those 2 goals that keeps them in the hunt for that second spot, an automatic qualification for Champions League. As for West Bromwich Albion, well, it's going to be a nervy roller coaster ride right to the end of the season. They escaped on the very last day last campaign and it could well go right down to the wire again. 1 point out of 21. They'll be looking nervously over their shoulders at the drop zone. Liverpool needn't worry about that kind of thing. At the Hawthorns, it's finished. West Bromwich Albion 0, Liverpool 2.
Aware of Birmingham's point earlier in